Welcome back to another episode of Drink Tales, and today we are getting ready for World Gin Day. Yes, June 8th is World Gin Day, and today we decided we're going to make 3 gin cocktails in preparation, just so you guys can know, what might be good for you to drink on World Gin Day. Of course, you can enjoy gin in a myriad of ways, but these 3 cocktails in particular, we're setting you guys up. We're setting you guys up. We're gonna get you guys right today.
Yeah, we're gonna go from easy to, I don't want to say advanced, but the last one will have a little more layers than what you're used to.
Okay.
Than what someone is used to.
Okay.
But nonetheless, it's gonna be an experience to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start easy, and honestly, it's the quintessential gin cocktail. Honestly, one of the quintessential cocktails of all, which is gonna be a martini.
Okay.
I'm gonna specifically do a dirty martini.
Okay.
And we're gonna do this a little differently. If you guys have noticed, we have 2 types of gin here. We have the Tanqueray and we have the Eau Pure. And they give off they're very different. I'm just gonna put it like that. They're very different. This one has more of a peppery taste to it, and this is
Your standard.
your standard mid to high tier gin, London dry gin. You can make the martini with any of these, but I'm going to use this one because I would personally like to see what this tastes like.
Throw an extra kick to it.
Exactly. We're doing 2.5 ounces here of your gin. Next, we're going to do a 1/2 ounce of dry vermouth. That's about right. And then we're going to add the ice and begin to stir. And our martini glass, plop that over the top and strain. Now, what makes this a dirty martini is the brine from the olive garnish.
Okay.
So we're going to do, I want to say about 1/4 of an ounce. Well, first of all, let's get our olive garnish good and ready and drop that in there. And then I'm going to get some of that brine and dump it on in there. That should be enough.
All right. Let's see what we got. Now, I've had regular martinis all day, and I've even had different varieties of martinis. Dirty is new for me. Interesting. It's not a huge, extravagant, flavorful thing. Maybe that might be because of the brine, because I'm not really tasting brine. But it's good. It's a good martini. And that spice from that gin kicks it up a notch.
It's not bad at all.
So it's very good. I think I would suggest just adding more brine, or depending on the type of olive. Now, the type of olive we were using the Castelvetrano Italian olives. Their brine is kind of light.
Yeah.
So maybe you need to use an olive with the more salty.
And the brine you add in there is to taste, to be fair, but at the same time you don't want to overwhelm the vermouth and the gin.
And I get vermouth in there. It's a very good martini. So it's not like you messed it up. It's just not as dirty as it could be. It's a dusty martini. We'll put it like it's a dusty martini. All right, so that's one cocktail down. What else do you got for me?
We are going to do the South Side next. Now I'm gonna say something off the bat in regards to this one. One of my favorite drinks. One of my favorite gin drinks. The first time I had it, it was a revelation. I know that sounds pretty corny, but you know, I stand by what I just said. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna need some mint for this one. About 6 leaves, 6 to 8 leaves, depending. This is gonna be a muddled. Yeah, that's good enough. This is gonna be a muddled drink. Think in terms of the mojito. You're gonna get an ounce of your simple syrup.
You're running pretty low on that simple syrup.
I mean,
You do enough of these shows.
1 ounce. Bam. Okay. And then you're gonna muddle your mint. And by muddle, it's just a gentle press. You're not trying to bash it or destroy it, because if you press too hard or muddle it too hard, then the mint will lose its taste. Like, it'll turn the cocktail bitter.
Oh wow.
So all you gotta do is just press lightly. And that's with a lot of cocktails that use mint. You don't want to bash the mint like that. For the people that like mojitos, take note of that, because you're pretty much doing this pretty much follows the same steps as a mojito, but with different ingredients. So, you know. Next up, we're going to add 1 ounce of lemon juice. Here's where we differentiate. Mojitos use lime juice, this uses lemon juice. And then our 2 ounces of gin. We're using the Tanqueray for this one. But I will say this in regards to the South Side. This cocktail pops with a more floral gin. Something that can accentuate the flavors of the mint and the lemon. So you may want to get a variation of the Tanqueray that leans more towards a citrus taste. I know Hendrick's gin, which is another top tier gin, I know they have flavors that go in that direction. I'm pretty sure a Southside made with Hendrick's gin, or one of those, or one of its offshoot flavors, would be really good. We're gonna add the ice and shake. And we strain. I recommend a double strain. If you don't like mint particles in your drink,
Well, fortunately for me, I don't care. So, I've been here before. I know what the South Side tastes like. I know it's gonna be delicious, but for the sake of the audience. Let me say this. You were right about pressing the about doing a light press on the mint, because I'm tasting the mint very well in this.
figured you would.
It's very good. That's a very good example of the South Side. And now I'm even more curious on what that would taste like with the more floral accentuated gins you were talking about. All right, 2 drinks down, 1 more to go. What's our final? What are we coming home with?
We are doing a Clover Club.
Okay.
With this one.
Clover Club. That's new for
Do
me.
you No, it's not, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not new. Do you remember that restaurant, that sushi restaurant that closed down?
Miso Izakaya?
Off of Virginia Avenue. That's where I first had this cocktail, this particular cocktail. It was very good, and it's closed down, so I may never get to. I will never get to drink and eat from there again. But the point is, it's one of those. If you see this at a restaurant on a menu, I recommend you try it. It's a very flavorful cocktail. But not gonna lie to you, because of how intricate this type of drink is, like, you can't go into your local bar and get this.
Right.
So, to start, we are going to do an ounce of lemon juice. Next, we are going to do an ounce of raspberry syrup. Now, you can do this with raspberry syrup, or you can put raspberries in the shaker. I would recommend the syrup, honestly, because of the simple fact that you distill the flavor, and I feel like it will make for a pretty drink. You easily distill the flavor in a syrup form, and it makes, to me, a prettier drink. Next, we are going to add an egg white. This is what makes the drink a bit. For future reference, you'll want to pop the egg over over something so that you don't get the yolk inside of the drink, because you only want the egg white, and this is the reason why I did it like this. Gonna put your egg white in there, and now I can safely store my yolk away, and we'll do away with that. All time. So there. No, I'm having for breakfast tomorrow. Last but not least, the gin. Thank you. How much of gin is that? 2 ounces. Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. This will be a dry shake. because you want to emulsify that egg yolk. Because afterwards, you are going to add your ice. And now it's time for your ice shake. Your Clover Club. I think I remember this now. The garnish of choice would be raspberry. Awesome. That looks good. Okay. Here we go. A lot of flavors going on here. That's really good. You get the soupy smoothness from the egg yolk. You get your gin, you get your lemon juice, you get your raspberry flavoring. It's all there. Foam up top gives it that appearance, ethereal appearance, as I like to call it. That's a perfect cocktail.
All right.
And there are other gin cocktails out there.
That's right. On June 8th, when you're celebrating World Gin Day, at least consider one of these cocktails. Of course, like you just said, there's so many other gin cocktails out there.
Hanky Panky, you got your Aviation, you got your gin and tonic. I mean, if you don't do a gin and tonic, then at the very least a gin and tonic for that day.
And let's not forget the classic gin and juice. All right. So that'll do it for today's episode of Drink Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Like I said in the past, we're doing the Wednesday and the Saturday route. So check back for new episodes on Wednesday and Saturday. Be sure to check us out on Instagram. Be sure to check us out on Twitter. And until next time, peace.